You know why I'm drinking water? Anson Cochito is always back again. I need to drink water to calm down, you know. We need to calm down as a Chelsea fan. And we drop the bottle. There's no cup here? Okay, I have a cup here. We'll drink water. Chelsea will allow us to drop the cup. I'm dropping the cup. We already know. I'm not here to rant, but I'm here to say the reality, the status of things. The way we are right now, it is what it is. Thank you guys for joining. Alvalio is back again. Anson Cochito is back as usual. Post-match analysis, Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. So basically, the game, we need to actually get a pillow and sleep. Note, we don't have too many high points or touch points. That's why, you know, when I'm bored, when I was watching it, I was just sipping water and drinking water. I feel like sleeping in the second half because I can't see the drive, the motivation, the desire to get a goal back. Right? Chelsea was just playing, passing all over the place. How many shots on goal did we have? We just have 2. We had 2 shots on goal against Arsenal 8. It typically shows that this team is lacking in confidence. This team, they need an out-and-out striker. They need a very, very creative midfielder, right? Kopama injured, you know. And Fernandes, who is supposed to be the creative player, you know, once he's marked out, there's no spark in that midfield anymore. So bottom line, the overall team, they were poor today. I mean, Chelsea team. In fact, Arsenal was even very disappointing for me because I expect them to score more. They had a couple of chances to wrap up the game, but they were not able to. They were not clinical enough to kill the game, basically. So bottom line, we lost 1-0. However, the guys that I will just name them, I will tell them kudos. They still played for the badge. Pedro Neto, Cucurella, Caicedo, Fofana. He was so lucky that I didn't get the red card. Very, very lucky that I didn't get the red card. And the last guy, which in fact, right now, I don't even know that I'm meant to mention his name. I wasn't expecting it. The reason is because when I saw the lineup and I saw 2 left-footed players playing as centre back, Levi Colwill and Benoit Badiashile, I actually gave up that this guy is just a calamity. I was ranting to my friends that Maresca has done it again. I don't know what Badiashile will be doing there when Tosin is on the bench. Chaloba is on the bench. But Badiashile today, he did very well to an extent. To an extent. That is so low. That's how low this team has become. The standard of this team has become, basically. So, we lost 1-0. Odegaard also, he did his best. A goal by Mikel Merino. A corner kick as usual. They scored. Nkuku, I think he needs to go. He needs to live in the summer. He needs to live in the summer. Because I was expecting him to play that number 10 role today very well. Because before we used to think, okay, he's a number 10. If Palmer is not there, he's going to actually play his natural position. He's going to actually create a spark. He's going to actually create chances for the striker. Okay, Pedro Neto was playing as a number 9 today. Eventually, what did he do? Nothing. He was replaced by Tariq George and the other guy that came in. Malo Gusto, Tosin came in, right? Even Dries Buyol came in. So the game today was just absolutely pathetic for me. There's nothing to write home about for Chelsea. You know, I think the desire, the mentality is not there anymore. The mentality that you're not going to beat me. Right? Take risk. Be bold enough. Be bold enough to take that risk. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. I think we went to the Emirates to play for a draw, and we conceded 1-0. We started playing the football after 35 minutes. After 35 minutes, that's when we now started playing. We've already conceded. And try the guy. I said the guy. I will say it again. Fofana was actually lucky that he didn't get a red card, basically. He's a lucky chap. So we are still in our 4th position, a point ahead of Manchester City, and we just hope that Newcastle is going to drop points, probably pay a draw, so that they will not, be above us. Because if they win, they're going to be getting 50 points, 1 point ahead of us, and we'll be down to 5th. And over to Newcastle, like I said, there's nothing I want to talk about Arsenal Chelsea because it was boring. Arsenal was average. There's nothing to talk about. How many shots on goal, possession, everything. On their part, Declan Rice did very well. Odegaard, Martinelli, even their fans were saying they should take him out, that they should replace him or else he'll be injured again. So you just two teams struggling for points. 2 teams actually trying to figure out themselves, trying to be extra careful, not to overcome it. That's what I saw today. And I think this moment in the season now, from what I've been watching so far, teams are tired. Players are tired right now. There's nothing like being explosive in terms of runs, in terms of creativity, in terms of desire to actually be making changes to games. I can't see it anymore. The spark is no more there. For all the teams, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City, they drew yesterday 2-2. I don't know. See Tottenham, they lost today 2-0 against Fulham also. Something is wrong with all these players, and I think it's the number of games being played. Yesterday, Real Madrid won 2-1 against Villarreal. Yeah, and after they won, they've not won in a long time. Their president and even the coach said, if FIFA or UEFA does not give them 3 days, 72 hours to rest before another game, they're not going to turn up, which makes sense. Players are tired, man. Players are freaking tired right now. So, UEFA, FIFA, you guys need to look at it. Premier League is getting boring. They are burnt out. The teams are being burnt out right now. So, I'm done with Arsenal Chelsea. I'm moving over to Newcastle. Carling Cup final and Newcastle against Liverpool. In fact, I think the same thing that has happened to Jurgen Klopp is actually happening to Ancelotti right now. Remember the first season that Klopp came in, he was trophyless, I think. Yeah, he was trophyless, but he got to like 4 finals or thereabout. So the only hope now for Liverpool now is to win the Premier League. They lost out in the Champions League. They lost out right now in the Carabao Cup. For betting fans, for you guys that bet a lot, and you bet against Liverpool that Newcastle is going to win, you're going to actually cash out today because it was a 2-1. In fact, it was 2-0. Sorry, 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. 2-1. A late go by the former Juventus player. It was scored by Liverpool. They're too late. Too late. Salah, just 2 shots. Over the space of 90 minutes. It's fasting anyway, so. But apart from Salah, the team is tired. The boys are tired right now. The fatigue has shown, drawn out has shown that these guys need rest. Remember, there's still Club World Cup in June. There will be no preseason because that Club World Cup will be a preseason for teams now in England. So, or even in the world. So I don't know, UEFA, FIFA, please, these players are humans. This is the last game now for this weekend. There will be international break. They will fly over to their various countries to play for qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers. Wow. It's not easy to be an athlete and to be a football player or soccer player. So UEFA, FIFA, you guys have to look at this. Make football is a game of passion. Game should be interesting enough right now. You know, the history of this game, don't spoil it in the sense that, fine, technology is there. You need to enhance technology. Allow players and teams to rest after games. Right? There should be flexibility in that regard, or else we'll not be enjoying while we're paying tickets, season tickets or match day tickets to watch game, and you just go there and watch a game and we'll be sleeping while watching. You know, it'll be dry for us. It doesn't make sense. I know you guys are making revenue, making money, but at the same time, consider the passionate fans that are coughing out money to watch these games, right? We want value for our money. We're not just watching it. We want value for the money. If we are spending 90 minutes, let us have value for that 90 minutes. Don't let us actually just be there and be watching as if, why did I even go to the stadium? Or why did I even tune? Why did I subscribe for this? I could have used my money to buy pizza somewhere else or to go get booze somewhere else. You know what I mean? So please, FIFA, UEFA, consider rest for this player so that by the time they refresh their back, they are better. We're going to enjoy everything. Please. Very important. For Angel Postecoglou that lost, I think he's going to actually see it off for this season. In the summer, he's going to be fired. I can bet that he's not going to take them next season. Nobody expect that Fulham is going to beat him. So Chelsea is going to play them next now before Brentford, right? So I hope we're going to also win them. You know, we're playing at Stamford Bridge against them anyway. So currently, Leicester is playing United. I wish United all the best. But I want to comment about Liverpool Newcastle before I round this up. It's a first trophy since 1969 for Eddie Howe and Newcastle. And it's a very, very good week for Dan Burn. Burn is the captain of Newcastle. In fact, the right back, even, what's his name? Trippier is the right back captain, but Dan Burn also used to captain them or also take the handband sometimes. So he scored the first goal and Eda Alexander Isak scored the second goal. And towards the end of the game, they scored one goal. Liverpool scored one goal back, but it was too little too late, like I said. But you could see that Newcastle was the underdog and they play their hearts out. They played with passion. They played that they're going to win this for their country, for their club, and for their fans, and also for their coach. That's the desire. Eddie Howe has done a fantastic job since he actually became their coach. These players, it's not as if they are just, it's not as if they're superstars, but they are actually very drilled, tightly knit team. That's what Eddie Howe has done to this Newcastle team. They qualify for the Champions League. They play Champions League football. Now they are in reckoning now that they want to be top 4, top 5, right? They won the Carabao Cup since 1969. And they have a very good striker, clinical striker in Alexander Isak. Look at that. That guy is a monster of a player, man. Arsenal is looking at getting his services. He's worth 100 million, no doubt, no cap. If you don't have 100 million for this summer, don't even go for him. So, that is a coach. Maresca is saying we are not in the running for the title or top 4. And that killed the morale. That finished the morale of our players. That's why we find ourselves where we are right now. If he has gone to Emirates and say we're going to win at the Emirates, to the players, football, sports science is about psychology. You psych your players up. And leadership starts from where? From influence. If you can influence a team by saying, we're going to beat this player, we're going to go get there and finish them, it's going to happen. And that's what I give Mourinho kudos for. Mourinho and his team. Because leadership or whatever decision starts from the top. So whatever you utter from your mouth in terms of motivation, it drills down, it goes down, boils down to your players on the pitch. If you are saying, yeah, no, we are not ripe enough, we are not good enough for now until next season, so the players also will be playing as if they are young kids, they cannot vie for anything. And that is what Diao has done to Newcastle. And I want to say congratulations to Newcastle, well-deserved winners of the Carabao Cup. So thank you. And the last one is Dario Sugo. Chelsea acquired the services. Is going to actually deputize Moses Caicedo for next season, and fee £80.5 million, very cheap, and also 7-year contract with an option of for that year. The same contract duration for like Quenda, right? So please subscribe, like, and share to your family and friend. Your boys still remain Anson Kelchito, Alpha Leo. Right, let me drink the water and drop the cup. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful day. Cheers, guys.